Hello, it's Sunday. This will be week 39 for my mental health vlog. You hear my machine running? It's because I'm really trying to get orders out before I'm supposed to go out of town this week. So, this week has been kind of a shitty week. And let me tell you why. So, beginning of the week was going fine. I had my meetings, all that kind of stuff. And the guy I'm dating, who lives with his parents, his dad, they all got tested at the same time. His dad tested positive for COVID. His mom did not. And then the guy I'm dating still has not gotten his results back. Well, because I saw him around the time they got tested, that means I may or may not have been exposed. So my entire weekend was basically holding on to what his results were going to be. His results still have not come in. So I was supposed to have my son on Friday, and Friday was a very important day for us. Friday is Gotcha Day. That's the day that my ex-husband and I legally adopted him. So that's the day we celebrate because the day he was placed with us is so close to his birthday. We decided to use this day, July 3rd, as Gotcha Day, just because that's like a midsummer birthday, and we do treat it like kind of like a birthday. We always get him presents, and we always celebrate it. So all day Friday morning, I was just waiting to hear if his results came in, and they didn't. So I had to cancel my time with my son this week. And my ex was like, why don't you drive down here, bring him his gift, we'll stand 6 feet apart, and you can at least see him on Gotcha Day. In my mind, that sounded like a great idea. When I got there, and trust me, I looked Friday all over the place to try and find some place to do a rapid result test, and they were like all booked, all full. So I got there on Friday. I placed the gift at a distance, and then they came out, sprayed it with Lysol, and he opened his gift. But not being able to hug him, being that close to him and not being able to hug my son sucked. I have so much respect for people that are working in the medical field that have not been able to touch their families or hug their families for months. I have great respect for them because just in a few minutes it destroyed me. And then Saturday was the 4th of July. And the guy I'm dating and I had very special plans for that night. Well, of course, without test results, those plans got canceled too. So my weekend has just literally been me sitting in front of the embroidery machine trying to catch up on orders. Which I needed to do anyway because I've got a lot to do before I try and go out of town on Thursday, which also is heavily waiting on test results to see if I can do that or not. So, COVID sucks. It ruined my weekend, but I would rather be safe than sorry. Aside from that, I'm doing good. Staying busy. Trying not to go out unless I need to. I needed Tiny Tacos today, so I went out for Tiny Tacos. I love Jack in the Box Tiny Tacos. God, they're so good. But I've got groceries here at the house, so I'm good for the rest of the week. If I end up not going out of town, I'll need to go to the store. The guy I'm dating is going to come over and watch my dog for me and make sure he's got lots of love and food and gets his walks and stuff. So that's pretty much it. I've been really just stressed about seeing the COVID numbers go up, and I feel like we're starting all over again. I see the numbers going up, and I feel like we're starting all over again. The governor, a month late, is finally requiring face masks in public. And I think it's only a matter of time before things start shutting down again. So stock up on your toilet paper. we're neck deep in a second wave, which really isn't even a second wave. It's just an increasing wave from the first time. It went down a little bit, and then Memorial Day happened, and no one took any precautions because people are stupid. And then the numbers went up again. So it's freaking me out a little bit. I'm a little freaked out about going out of town. Especially because once I get back from going out of town, I'll have to self-quarantine, which means I won't see my son for like a week and a half more. So I have to get used to being alone for a while. But I just pray that everyone's smart when they go out. Call people out. If they're not wearing a mask, call them out. Flat out call them out. I called out somebody today at the drive-thru who was a girl who had her mask over her mouth but not her nose, and she had glasses on. And I asked her, I'm like, do you not wear your mask over your nose because your glasses fog up? And she said, yes, I hate it. I'm like, if you clean your glasses with shaving foam, shaving cream, they won't fog up. And then you can wear your mask the way you're supposed to and, not spread your germs and be exposed to germs. I'm done being nice. I'm done being polite. I'm done being polite with racists. I'm done being polite with people who are irresponsible. I'm done coddling. I'm done being polite. I'm just going to be real. If you're not wearing a mask, I'm going to call you out on it. If it causes confrontation, it causes confrontation. If I see you saying something or doing something racist, I'm going to call you out on it. And heaven forbid I ever say something that could be construed as racist. I'd want somebody to call me out on it too, just so I can learn. Because, when you're raised with white privilege, Lord knows I've suffered a lot, but still, I'm white, so I've got white privilege. And if you've grown up with white privilege, you might be doing something or saying something that you completely do not think is racist at all until someone tells you it is. So I want to know. I want to grow and be a better person. That's kind of the point of all of this. So I want to know if I've done something wrong, or if I've offended someone, or if I'm acting a certain way that's not okay. I want someone to tell me, so I have no problem telling other people. The time for being polite, God, I have so much neck. The time for being polite is over. The time for action is now. There was supposed to be a march yesterday, a protest march yesterday, and as much as I want to be involved in that movement, the one thing I always have to think about is my son. What if I go and something happens? What if I go and I get sick? What if I go and the police start riots like they've been doing? So I have to just be like, I'm appreciative for those that march. Support you 110%. I just don't see myself being one of those people on the front line because my priority is my son. And that might sound selfish. It probably does sound selfish. But I've lost so much, I just can't lose anymore. And I'm sure that sounds like white privilege, but I just can't lose anymore. 4th of July was hard. Even though I wasn't planning to spend it with my son, I got nailed in the head by this feeling of someone else making memories with my son. And that sucks. I'm glad he's having a good time. I just wish I was the one who was having a good time with, and not someone else. So last night I was kind of blue. I'm not going to lie. I was very blue last night. So that's my week. Quarantine. Exciting, I know, right? All right, guys. I made it through. I'll make it through. I always do. Take care of your friends. Take care of your loved ones. Please wear your masks. And most importantly, take care of yourself. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Possibly from out of town, possibly from my recliner right here. I don't know yet. So, all right, bye guys. I'll see you next week.